Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the week of November 28th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Now, do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for future updates from me. And your likes, comments, shares, subscribes really do help the channel grow and are very much appreciated. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we're all set up here and in view. And then we'll get right into it. Okay, let's go ahead and put this up here. So Leo, definitely big beginning here showing up for you in the cards. Some type of new beginning here is unfolding, manifesting, coming forward. I almost feel like some of you are maybe questioning this though. You definitely have what you need to bring this new beginning forward or to continue going down this new beginning. But there might be some questioning. Some of you may be questioning, like, is this really the path? Is this really something that I should be doing? This kind of energy is coming to mind here. You have really nice karma that you've built here in the past for you. It's like if you have been wanting a new beginning, this is certainly showing up as something that you've earned in the cards. So let's just go ahead and let's get right into it here. So in the overall situation, you have the Fool. I always say, for me, the Fool is like the most powerful card in the tarot because it starts off everything. It's the chain reaction. It's the first card. We track the Fool's journey, or we track the Fool through the major arcana. And you in the tarot are the Fool. You are the hero. And so this represents some sort of powerful new beginning. And the word powerful is highlighted there. It's emphasized. And along with that, it really only comes forward when you're ready to take this leap of faith. Otherwise, it might be like an ace, right? The Fool is like having all four aces in one tarot card, is the way that you can think of it. This is like a confirmation that what you are starting is going to be exciting for you. You could also say that the Fool is like connecting to your child self. And it's a good thing to let our child self come out and play every now and then. And it's totally something that you can practice doing as well. So we'll talk about the Fool more, I'm sure, as we go along. But in the past here, you have the Justice card as well as the Four of Wands. So the Justice card is this card of karma. And I've said at the beginning of this reading here that you have amassed good karma in your situation. Really, what the Justice card says is that the actions we take in life are really very important. And every action sort of balances this scale out, this karmic scale out. You have this here with the Four of Wands, which on one hand represents stability, structure. It can represent marriage, but it can also represent a new start in one's life. Some of you here, this new start is heavily manifested for you at this period of time. And it's because you've taken the right actions, as I've said. This is the card of Libra, by the way. For some of you here, I don't think that this is about love, even though Four of Wands is a really nice marriage card. I think that this is more about some other area of life. Wands, you do have two wands here, and a swords card. Wands typically refers to work, career, enterprise, things like that. And I feel like some of you here desperately, maybe not desperately, maybe that's the wrong word, maybe that's too strong of a word, but you so much want to branch out or go in a new path, new journey, new direction in your career. And I almost feel like the universe is like, well, you've taken the right steps. Are you questioning yourself? Are you questioning why? Or Something along along those lines, I feel like is showing up here in the cards. In the future, you have the Knight of Wands as well as the Two of Swords. So the Knight of Wands is, okay, so let me just kind of rewind here. The reason why I keep getting this message about questioning is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, this person is blindfolded, right? They can't see what is in front of them, but I get a sense that clarity is available to you. Like, I get a sense that you clearly see that this new beginning has to happen with the Fool. You clearly see this. You know this. This is something that you've been thinking about, something that you've been manifesting. You know that this has to happen for you. And you can really feel that. But there is some type of maybe self-doubt creeping in with the Two of Swords, something along those lines. Knight of Wands is really somebody who is skilled, gifted, talented. It's also a card that can indicate new directions in life, so to speak. The Knight of Wands, sorry if I said Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands can say that, you know what, I'm going to follow my passions, and I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to get there somehow. The Knight of Wands might throw everything in their van and, like drive across the country. I always like to say the Knight of Wands is like the card of van life. If there was one card that would indicate van life, just throwing everything in your van and, living down by the river, that would be the Knight of Wands. And so it's like sometimes we just have to go for things. On a different level in the tarot, the Knight of Wands might suggest that you're ready to move residence, like change your location, maybe even travel. It is a big card of travel. So putting this all together here, you're not exactly sure how you're going to get there, but you know you're going somewhere. You know you're getting somewhere, but you're not sure how that's happening yet here with the Fool and the Knight of Wands. So I would say move out of questioning here with the Two of Swords and move into trust, I think is probably the big message for you. So let's go ahead and let's see what else we have. So you have the Moon. You have the Five of Swords. You have the Magician. And the Four of Swords. All right. So I'm trying to see what area in your life this could be around. And it's not totally clear to me. It is not totally clear to me. My inclination is that this is career related or location based. So maybe you've been in your same town forever and it's like, all right, I gotta go live somewhere else for a year or whatever. Or maybe some of you are like, all right, I'm gonna try this van life thing out or whatever it is. I don't know, it's just examples. But it could be location based for some of you. I think for some of you this is also career. I don't think that this is about love. Some of you may feel a little bit suspect about your relationship if you're in a long-term relationship. This might be because there's been an argument in some respects here in the past. You have the Five of Swords, which is some type of loss or conflict in one's life, a defeat, so to speak. But the thing about the Five of Swords is it is a card that makes you stronger, right? It's a card that allows you to sort of progress through life, because the truth is that life is not up only, right? We have to deal with challenges, we have to deal with hardships from time to time. And the thing is, the Moon can represent a deception, represent an emotional situation. And so with the Moon, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Wands, some of you may feel a little bit suspect about your relationship or something like this here. I know it's a bit of a strange message. I'll have to see what else is going on here. Incidentally, the Justice card can indicate legal situations. Of course, marriage is a legal contract. We'll have to see. But you have the Magician and the Four of Swords. The Magician is a manifestation. It is the master manifestor in the tarot. It's the biggest card of manifesting. It's bringing something into being based around the skills, talents, and gifts that you have. So Knight of Wands, Magician, that's a nice combination for somebody who's talented in what they do. I certainly see that here for you. Lastly, we have this Four of Swords, which is about recovery from something. This is healing, rest, recovery, rejuvenating, taking time away from the world, from the busy pace of everything. maybe even healing from a heartbreaking situation here. As you see the Three of Swords card on the banner above this person. The idea with the Four of Swords, as it comes after the Three of Swords, is this person's healing from breakup, divorce, separation, something like this here. So, some of you, by the way, I don't think that breakup is coming, okay? Because I think that this has already been on the table for some of you, by the way. So because of the cards in the past here. So like if your relationship's going well, then that's just not the message for you. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the oracles here. Let's take a look at the oracle cards. Let's pull some additional cards here. All right. Can we get, let's see here, 2 more? Okay. All right, let's take a look at what we have here in the oracle cards. All right, so you have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. And you have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. That's interesting here. With the Four of Swords, that can indicate prayer or just like meditation or doing something spiritual to help you in some ways. Yeah. And then you also here have Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded, as well as Krishna. Devotion, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. I think this Krishna card and the Kuan Yin card, there's something here that you're doing to connect with guidance at this time, because I feel like for some of you here, you're just unsure of the road ahead here. I do think that if you are feeling guided in the future to take rest, that this could be very healthy for you. With the oracles we pulled, plus this Four of Swords showing up in the future, you might really discover a lot about yourself, or you might discover something important through rest in some way here, or in some respects. And so, and also like if you're searching for an answer, which I think you are, because you have this message of questioning here with the Two of Swords, putting yourself into a restful state or into a period of rest could be pretty helpful for you at this time. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what else we have here. So you've got the Eight of Pentacles, you've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, so Eight of Pentacles, okay, you have major talents here, okay? The collective recently, I don't know, over the past like month or two, has really been really been highlighting talents and gifts. And you have big ones with the Knight of Wands, Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. In fact, the Eight of Pentacles card is the biggest card indicating a talent in the tarot. This person has a lot to bring to the table. As you see, they're also wrapping up their latest creation. There are other creations here hanging up on the ceiling above them. And they're also, along with that, dedicated. So with the Eight of Pentacles, it might suggest that you work in like media, you're an artist, singer, dancer, author, writer, speaker, designer. It could be anything like that, but teacher. But it could also be, really just you have whatever it is that you do in your career, you do it with a special skill or talent. And so I think some of you here can resonate with that in the career field, and maybe it's because you're coming up to like a head here. Things are coming to a head here in your career, where it's like, okay, I've become very good at this one thing, but now there's maybe like management changes or organizational changes, or I'm feeling like I'm not really, getting along with the people that are coming in, or there's something here, but what remains intact is the knowledge and the skills that you have. And so it's like the other side of it here that may be the reason why you're questioning. Some of you are also questioning whether this person that you're with is dedicated, and this has been something that's been going on for you in the past year, okay? Some of you, this has been something that's been going on. You have the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles change. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There might be a change here organizationally or something like that at your work or in your career field. And this is where the questioning's coming. And also this idea of like, all right, do I go investigate something else? All right, you have the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups. Now, we'll see what the last card is, but my feeling is if you're in this love storyline where you're like suspicious, my feeling is that this will get worked out and sorted out here, with the moon being something that, yes, you might be suspicious of a person, but the moon is also something that's like temporary. You know, it's something that comes and goes. And so I do feel like any sort of, I do feel like there is energy here for you to resolve conflicts. You have the Six of Swords, which represents a transition. And this is very heavy in this reading here. For you. At the top of the pyramid, yeah, you have the Two of Wands, path energy. This person's at a fork in the road deciding which path to go. We've talked about it here with the Knight of Wands. I would say move out of questioning and move into trust if this reading is really resonating with you. And yeah, look, the Two of Wands progresses into the Three of Wands, which is all about growth and expansion, opportunity on the horizon. So it's coming. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.